but now it continues that way. Before, it was uniform. However, with the proposed one, it means that as your salary rises, then the cut rises, such that the one with 1 million was paying 1,700, now will be paying 17,000. Yes. And well, it's interesting to note that adult Kenyans without the NHIF card can risk being fined up to 20,000 Kenya shillings.
Ooh.
It's now a crime to not have NHIF.
So it's better get, you had better get yours.
Well, however, I'd love to know what you think about that. Would you be happy if your salary was charged a bit higher to cater for another person who is not maybe fit? I'd love to know your opinion. Share with us on our social media platforms, and we'll be glad to review that.
Well, still on politics. Rivalry in Azimio imperils Raila's bid. Infighting has rocked the Raila Odinga-led Azimio la Umoja campaign team, with the former Prime Minister expected to calm tensions when he returns after a 2-week absence. Is this party fully dependent on the former Prime Minister?
Kind of.
Because in his absence, now we see these disagreements, and they are basically because of... well, let me read it instead of phrasing it. Campaign coordination has become the first casualty as local leaders feel they are being undermined by those from the national level. I feel like this is that bit especially is kind of likened to when during the Christmas holidays, when we would go to visit our grandparents and our cousins in the rural areas, and there was
excuse me just a minute.
Oh, it is okay, it is okay. And there would be conflict between us and those from the urban areas. Well, it is time for us to take a short break, but Wairimu Mogo and I will be back shortly, and we will continue taking you through the dailies. Do stay tuned.
You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Bedlam ni dawa bora zaidi ya kuua kunguni. Ina uwezo wa kuua viwango vyote kutoka mayai hadi kunguni aliyekomaa. Haina harufu wala mwasho na inaweza kutumika mahali popote. Bedlam imeidhinishwa na shirika la afya duniani WHO. Ipate kwa Agrovet karibu nawe. Kwa maelezo zaidi, tumia nambari zifuatazo. Angamiza kunguni na Bedlam kutoka Kinagro.
This is Cascade Institute of Hospitality, an institute with a difference, teaching with a purpose to produce young men and women of distinction. We train a generation of professionals. We offer certificate and diploma qualifications in hospitality management and information technology. Our school is accredited by the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Authority, the TVETA. We are located at Cascades Plaza, Karatina Road, right next to Thika Fire Station. Talk to us today on 0703 777 888. That's 0703 777 888. Cascade Institute of Hospitality, an oasis of excellence.
January intake is ongoing.
Do you desire to turn your house into a home? At Pinto Furnishings, we offer exquisite interior design solutions. Contact us for curtains, shears and curtain rods, wall stickers, wallpapers and wall hangings, beddings, mats, lights, live and artificial decorative plants, and many more. We also offer interior design classes at affordable prices. For more information, call 0710-606312, 0710-606312. Choose elegance, choose Pinto.
You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Sasa ninakwambia hii kazi ni ya wanaume. Twende nyumbani. Hapana mami, nataka kujua kuendesha.
Wewe wachana na Gasheri. Sasa unauliza Gasheri nini?
Nakwambia makosa hii kazi ni ya wanaume.
Wachana na Gasheri. Gasheri soma.
Nini huelewi hapa?
Hata kazi za wanaume ni kama za wanawake.
Hivyo ndivyo mambo yalivyokuwa mama alipogundua bintiye anajifunza plant machinery operation. Lakini kwa sasa amejawa na tabasamu.
Hey. Mwanzoni msichana wetu alipotuambia nataka kusoma mambo na matingatinga. But at least today we know better. Sure.
County to County Plant Machinery and Driving School. Mabingwa katika ufundishaji wa kuendesha magari na matingatinga ya aina yote.
Tumefunza kwa miaka mingi, tumefunza watu wengi, wengine wameajiriwa na wengine wamejiajiri.
Utajijenga na tujenge taifa letu. Tupigie simu kupitia nambari ulizopewa au tutembelee Thika along Garissa Road. County to County Plant Machinery and Driving School. The Kenyan way for Kenyans.
Royal County College of Technology. We offer the following courses: business management, accounting packages, social work, community development, secretarial studies, ICT, ICDL, computer studies, among others. Visit our website at www.royalcountycollegeoftechnology.co.ke. Call us on 0799-256-357 or 0733-756-060. Email us via royalcountycollegeoftechnology@gmail.com. Registration is ongoing. Train with the best to become the best. Royal County College of Technology, modeling excellence.
You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Hello and welcome back to the Morning Dew on Daesak TV. My name is Kelvin Mungai.
And I am Mwerimu Mugo. We are taking you through the papers.
Yes, and well, I think it is good because I intend to highlight the story on health. It is one that I do not think that we should skip on.
Sure.
And that is, as third patient cured of HIV, Kenyan researchers studies the use of antiretroviral drugs. And still on health, do remember that there is no better way to start your day than with a glass of water. And if you are on the road and you do not have a glass, you can get yourself a bottle of Regis Premium Water, pure drinking water. It comes in 500 milliliters and a liter. That is what you can carry around with you. And of course, there are other varieties in the market. Wairimu Mugo and I have ours here. Oh, you're already halfway through your bottle.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll get started on mine very soon. And now on to the story about health. Researchers recommend HIV cure a step closer. Nil hope for the infected. We do not perform the we do not perform the technology in Kenya, and it requires additional infrastructure. If we are to perform this, then it is going to be a very expensive procedure which may fail on other patients. That is Professor Omu Anzala. And the story of a possible HIV cure, I'm sure, comes as a great relief to a lot of people who are living with the disease, because for a very long time it has been known that HIV and AIDS has no cure. And just yesterday we were reviewing the story of the first person who came out as HIV positive in the country, and the life that he went on to live, and that stigmatization that he faced when he first came out publicly with his status. But there is now a light at the end of the tunnel. A bit of statistics, 1.5 million, that is the number of people who are living with HIV in Kenya. Even though the new development is going to advance the search for a HIV cure, there is little hope for the people who are already infected. That is a story that you can get into the details of on page 2 and 3 of the Daily Nation.
Well, and still on that story, on page 14 of the Standard newspaper, we have Dr. Joe Muriuki, who is the nobleman who was whose strong will shaped the HIV war. And this story states of all goes back to how HIV was noted in Kenya and where it started. And it was not until 1996 that the world got its first ART, or antiretroviral therapy, triple dose drugs. That was a decade after Muriuki contracted HIV, and 15 years later after the global pandemic had started. Well, in Kenya was unable to offer ARV support until then. Kenya's Minister of Health and current Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu had been advised that they were deemed too expensive for state support. And in 2003, during a World AIDS Day, Ngilu paraded a patient called Jacqueline and her baby in front of President Mwai Kibaki, who, shocked, said, "Give them these ARVs," and it became a policy to date. Ngilu is still proud, as it have saved many lives, and that is how then government started giving each and every person a dose of ARVs for free. But the reality of HIV was still being replicated through death of celebrities, including South Africa's Brenda Fassie, the Madonna of the townships, who may have been managing her HIV-related anxiety using cocaine instead of counseling, and eventually succumbed of a drug coma in May 2004. Well, to summarize this, is that Kenya does not have kind of a funding for HIV, and still depends on, I had seen that it still depends on what was started, a movement that was started by, or donor funding that was started by George Bush. So this hero, who is Joe Muriuki, feels that government should have, or felt that government should have a funding, its own funding for HIV. And that also, for, yes, I've got it. Sadly, Kenya is still dependent on donor funding of HIV with PEPFAR, that is US President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, fronted by President George W. Bush, which resulted in free ARVs, with Kenya being among the biggest beneficiaries. All in all, more than 17 million African lives have been saved through this PEPFAR, whose financing is President Donald Trump tried thinning before he left office. Wow, Donald Trump has tried to stop that, but it is still there. However, we feel that government should have its own funding. And joining that with today's cartoon, it's about Joe Muriuki, and he's seen there like kind of fighting for what he believed in, and he says, "Help crush AIDS, first Kenyan to come out publicly about his HIV positive status. Dr. Joe Muriuki, may he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. And to the sports sector, there's something quite exciting that has been happening in the country, and that is the rally. The Kenyan drivers continue to dominate the 10th edition of the East African Safari Classic Rally as the competition moves into leg 8. Former Safari Rally winner Baldev Charger's supremacy continues after he extended his overall lead by setting yet another 2 fastest stage times in his Porsche 911. Now this is extremely interesting and thrilling because I saw a clip on one of the social media pages, and there was this rally driver and his co-driver in the cabin, and they were driving down a dirt road, and on the other side coming towards them was a Nissan Juke. And if I were the driver of the Nissan Juke, I would be both terrified and exhilarated at the sight of a rally car coming towards me. Now, I don't know how you feel about that or how you would have reacted if you were the one in that situation, but just the roar of these machines is awesome.
Well, going back to politics, Ruto's UDA begins make or break exercise. Apparently, UDA has said they'll be having their nominations, and nominations have previously been chaotic, forcing parties to issue direct tickets. And the party's election board will today begin a nationwide tour to meet aspirants seeking UDA tickets. Well, this party UDA has promised its aspirants that they will have a fair and free election, and this implies that losers in the primaries who decided to run as independents will have a week to submit their papers. They will have until May 2nd, according to IEBC timelines. That is the new IEBC. That is the new amendment bill about parties. And UDA said that it has started verification for those who have paid nomination fees. The party has set a February 28th as deadline for payment of nomination fees. And in that spirit, yesterday they welcomed Maragua MP Mary Wamaua to UDA at Keno Grounds, and this MP Mary Wamaua was caught saying that, well, she has been harassed enough and she feels it's time she went to UDA again because she listened to her people, alisikiza ground, and ground imeongea.
That is becoming quite the popular phrase this season.
Yes.
Anafaa kusikiza ground, alisikiza ground, ground imeongea. That is something that we'll be hearing a lot of, and I'm kind of happy because finally these leaders seem to be listening to the youth, because these are phrases that are used by the youth. And the Azimio camp has been using a popular song, it's called Gengeton, in their political rallies, and that is Sipanguingui. And of course that has resulted in the popularity of the singer who came up with the song, and it's something that I feel is very, very, very positive. The last story on politics, we promise. DP allies, state plans to use NIS to hound us. There is a quote by Mathira MP Rigathi Gachagua who says, "We know that on Tuesday night a list was forwarded to NIS. We have infiltrated all institutions and we know what you are up to. Politicians who have refused to support President Kenyatta will be targeted." Now, this brings to question the extent of our democracy. Is it taking a hit? Is it still as strong as it used to be?
out of the woods. And this story on page 13 of the Standard newspaper gives numbers on how many people have been vaccinated, how many people have been partially vaccinated, and the total number is 15 million. And out of the 15 million, half of them have been vaccinated, while 7.5, that is the other half, have been partially vaccinated. Well, government is targeting to have at least a total of 27 million people to be vaccinated by end of 2022. Where, in my opinion, I would not say they do away with the masks. They are very, away from COVID. I think the mask is something everybody should kind of enjoy having. It really helps your, like having to breathe that warm air is really helpful to your lungs. And I'm not a medic, but that's how I feel every time I'm in a mask, especially during the cold kind of a season, and I'm breathing in that warm air. I feel so good about that.
Well, time has come for me to catch up with Wairimu Mogo's bottle of water, take a few sips of it, but we'll be coming back. And when we do come back from this short break, I will be joined by my guest, and we will be looking at what has been happening in the political arena recently. Do stay tuned for that.
You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
In 16th February 2005, the Kyoto Protocol came into force following its ratification by Russia. In 1959, Fidel Castro became premier of Cuba after dictator Fulgencio Batista was overthrown on January 1st.
Did you know that there is a natural site on Earth where carbonate mineral left by spring waters made beautiful thermal springs? Pamukkale is a natural site in Denizli province in southwestern Turkey. The name Pamukkale means cotton castle in Turkish, and it came to be when the ancient Greek city of Hierapolis was built on top of Travertine Formation. The formation, which was 2,700 meters long and 600 meters wide, has thermal springs made of snow-white limestone that was shaped long time ago. Dripping slowly down the mountainside, mineral-rich waters collect in and cascade down the mineral terraces into pools below. Legends has it that the formation are solidified cotton that giant left out to dry. Stay in the know with Daesak TV.
There are machines that quietly slip into our dreams. We think about them either consciously or unconsciously. We see them out of the corner of our eyes. Symbols of status the world over. They are the objects of our desire. Cars. We all want to own them for one reason or the other. Here on Accelerate, we give you as many details as you could possibly need to make an informed decision on the cars available to you. We look at the seemingly ugly, the drop-dead gorgeous buju, the brand new, the striking classics, and so much more. Join Calvin Mongai on Accelerate every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. only on Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness. Do you believe in love at first sight? Two different people, two different lives. Jack, a hero pilot, he has everything he has ever wanted. But with a past he'd rather forget. On the other hand, Olivia is a teacher, kind, loving, but not in a time. Two strangers cross paths. Unknown to them, their lives are just about to change.
He's looking for his dad. Oh, you came to the wrong place.
Hey Jack! Wake up!
Jack is now faced with the challenge of raising a troublesome son. Compromises need to be made.
Give me a Band-Aid, please! Hurry!
Get on board. Let's travel and unravel this love mystery. Don't miss Old Boys Monday to Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. only on Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Out on important information, worry no more.
Here at the Daesak News Desk,
we bring you up to speed with authoritative, unbiased and factual news as it happens.
Our team goes into the heart of the story
and brings it to you with professionalism, credibility, balance and realness. I am Boni Gaidori and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Wanjiko Njoroge and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Judy Chalo and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Halima Omar and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Wanyuma Mugo and this is the Daesak News Desk.
Mtazamaji, huu ni ukurasa mpya. Wahenga walinena, mbiu ya mgambo ikilia.
Kuna jambo.
Kweli, kuna jambo. Kwa habari kemkem na za kuaminika.
Kwa matukio mbalimbali hapa nchini.
Ulimwenguni na za spoti pia. Ungana nami Edmond Mwadime.
Pamoja nami Faith Nzai.
Nami Joseph Ngeti.
Huu ni mwanzo mpya. Kumbuka, Jimbi atawika Jimbi. Awikapo atawika.
Jimbi atawika Jimbi. Awikapo atawika.
Jimbi atawika Jimbi. Awikapo atawika.
Hello good people, I am Pauline Kamau. I have an eye and an ear for talent. I come to your hood and sniff out those talents, as raw as it may be. So kama uko na talanta, endelea kuivisha mpaka mimi mwenyewe niuse. So, mkipawa roho.
Looking to unwind after a long day? Let's unwind together on Recap as we interact with fun guests.
Unanipea mimi Masai Mutrumusimu, unanipea wadudu. Wadudu mbona kuangalia macho.
Discuss trending stories.
How do you explain to your wife that babe nilikuwa nimeenda kazi nikarudi kama nimepigwa ngumi?
And review peculiar memes.
I'm not a thief. I don't support theft.
Oh, acha tuvunje mifupa kama bado meno iko.
Shake, shake. Hey, shake, shake. Hey, shake, shake. Hey, shake, shake. Viuno. Nakukaribisha mpenzi mtazamaji ndani ya
Sheke Sheke, kipindi cha muziki wa rumba ndani ya Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness, na mimi Mama Afrika Elombe Mwasi. Hey, mambo yako sawa, na tunakuletea rumba. Tutakuwa tunakuletea rumba asili, rumba ya injili, tutakuwa tunakuchezea sukus, tutakuchezea mutwas, pia chacho mtazamaji. Tutakuletea muziki yote kutoka Kongo, kwa sababu hii ni Sheke Sheke ndani ya Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness. Kila siku ya Jumapili saa 8 hadi saa 10 mtazamaji.
Welcome to the biggest, baddest, newest show gracing your screens.
I'm Justin, but you can call me Justo.
My name is DJ Case Kenya.
I am Miss Nara, and this is the D Corner. Every Monday to Friday from 5 to 7 p.m, get ready to experience a new kind of programming. We bring you an action-packed, rib-cracking show. We keep you up to date with all your local and international celebrities on Catch Up. Sit back and relax as DJ Case Kenya plays all your favorite hits from across the globe. We care about your well-being, so we'll discuss all matters lifestyle, from nutrition to health and fitness, from business to education. There is something for everyone. Get to know more about your favorite celebrities as we talk to them one-on-one. Join us on Real Talk, where we tackle real issues facing the youth with lots of laughs along the way. Only on Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness. You've got to love it.
Culture constructs a sense of who we are as a society, as an individual, or as a nation, whereas art influences society by changing opinions, instilling values, and translating experience across time and space. Art transforms the world. Join me, Boni Gaidori, as I bring to you the craft in art and culture. Only at Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
We value your feedback and welcome any comment, query, or complaint regarding our programs. Get in touch with us on 0724 121 812 or email complaints@daesaktv.com. You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
In 16th February 2005, the Kyoto Protocol came into force following its ratification by Russia. In 1959, Fidel Castro became premier of Cuba after dictator Fulgencio Batista was overthrown on January 1st.
Did you know that there is a natural site on Earth where carbonate mineral left by spring waters made beautiful thermal springs? Pamukkale is a natural site in Denizli province in southwestern Turkey. The name Pamukkale means cotton castle in Turkish, and it came to be when the ancient Greek city of Hierapolis was built on top of Travertine Formation. The formation, which was 2,700 meters long and 600 meters wide, has thermal springs made of snow white limestone that was shaped long time ago. Dripping slowly down the mountainside, mineral